Welcome to African Success. I'm glad that you can join us this week for this particular episode. And I hope you find this episode to be very interesting. And this episode is very important, and the next following episodes will be on different matters to do with building. As you know, we have the Investment Club. And the Investment Club is run by my partner, Abdul Rahman, and he's a co-founder of African Success. And what we are trying to do, we're trying to get people to be able to use a good quality service, a service that is up to a very good standard, and that people don't end up with shabby jobs and buildings that are leaking and having all kinds of issues with it. So this is why we're putting out this program today, and this is why it's important that you watch, and listen, and we will try our best to help you. And after the program, we will put up the telephone numbers that you can contact us on. That you can use the Investment Club to build your building. And that you end up with something that is beautiful, something that is sound and solid. So today we're going to start on the foundation of the building. So we have with us today Abdul Rahman. Okay, he's been here for over 25 years. He's been a builder in the UK. Okay, but I'm not going to tell you too much more. I am going to go over to him, and he will fill you in on who he is and what he's been doing, and different experiences.
Okay, I'm Abdul Rahman. The building trade, I started the trade when I was 16 years old. I started as a junior engineer for a company in England called Wimpy's.
Wimpy's, yes.
I don't think they probably don't exist no more. I haven't heard about them for a long time. I spent 6 years as a civil engineer apprentice until on a building in Victoria. They call the Army and Navy building. I worked there for probably 5 to 6 years, right? Understanding about building per se, sewerage, foundations, roads, etc. We touch base on everything. That's practical as well as theory. We had to go to school on their release. In that time, it's been a long time. We took him about 69,
Okay, so many years ago,
yeah.
And you did it for quite a few years. And what company did you used to work for? He says there was a company.
Wimpy's.
Wimpy's House.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can remember Wimpy Housing, but yes, it was a national company that employed a lot of people.
Oh, that was massive around the world, actually.
Okay.
In my days, I don't hear about them now. And I think they used to work alongside with another company called Taylor Woodrow. We took him back in the days, But anyway, that's just one of my, that's...
Attributes.
Yeah, basically.
We know you're a man of many attributes.
Absolutely.
But what we will do is over the weeks and over the months, we will be getting into that. Is very valid person.
Welcome to Jata Easy Court, your #1 holiday resort here in the Gambia. We have a lot of room here to offer you guys out there. Rooms for family, we have rooms for couple, individual, and we have pools. We offer breakfast, and also we do excursion as well. Cutback excursion here also is available. We do gold and silver excursion, beachside riding, cutback weekend here in Jata Easy Court.
So at Jata Easy Court, we have a range of different excursion packages that we can offer you. We can cater for families, couples, individuals, colleges. So don't worry about being an inexperienced rider. We'll teach you how to ride. We'll take you around our little course, and then you'll leave an experienced rider. If you're coming to Gambia and you want something to do, give us a call. If you're already in Gambia and you want something to do, give us a call.
Welcome to Mansa Musa Mini Market, located in Shalaji, Gambia, just by the highway, few meters away from the traffic light and the turntable roundabout. Yeah, we have local products, American products, England. You know, we sell Gambian honey here, food item or cosmetic at affordable price. Irish printing, soap, we have towels all over. We have the mayonnaise, rice, Irish potato thing, toothpaste, the toothbrush, local detergents like the Omo, water, janne Mansa Musa Mini Market, abe salaki le kono, fengo bele bijan. Mentol bijanne, jagol bijanne, can will be janne, mayonnaise will be janne, Irish spring will be janne, ice cream will be janne, so will be janne, sisi utolu, chicken wings, sisi kilolu, gapas fana menna janne, bialonga ka just budena nulu, tawelolu, fengo bele benna jandal, safna share a lot. Ede meme mira business wala kuwa dal Gambia banko kanja o worldwide fund wala jang nga mesole kay etarambulu jang so wondre wati na mol ko mande kan kinal buñari ngolu na kinal hormari ngolu bal ko mandila alena Mansa Musa Mini Market.
We want to just go into a bit more detail and the reason why we're talking to people about the foundation of the buildings that they would like to maybe come and put up and build, and how important the foundation is. So, what is the issues people can have with foundations? What are the general issues?
Well, the major issue with the foundation is if it's not done correctly, the building will fall down.
That's right.
That's serious. But let's talk a little bit about foundation and foundation in the Gambia. Like you said, I've been here for a long time. I've built quite a few buildings here in the Gambia. But the common problems we have here is major cracking in the buildings. You see a building, you know, very beautiful building. You see a massive crack leading from one side to the next. Basically, what's happening is that foundation, they had movement, right? Where it's probably dropped a bit, you know, and by the foundation and that area dropped, the whole building started. We're talking about minute movement, but it gives a large amount of visual, you know, cracks that people will say, oh, what's happening here? And you will find this in a lot of the old buildings, right? Now we're having better builders here, but that is a common problem here in the Gambia.
Right. So, yes, just going into the detail, because I actually do, you know, I've lived in a property which I've seen massive cracking in the walls and you know, and quite a few other things going on. So I'm just going to dig into a little bit more detail. What I've noticed is that in the foundation, there's steel. So, you know, is it you're going to use the right kind of steel?
You know, a building will only stay up, or cracks or movement that will cause the building to have a problem. Just depends on the builders and the knowledge of the builder, and things like the depth of foundation, the type of, you know, basalt that is used in the foundation. Depends on the height of the building, if they have to use steel in the foundation, etc. Sometimes, like I said, it could be the wrong type of steel. They may not design the pillars correctly. You know, that depends on the worker, the steel fixer. The engineer depends if he using a proper level and having straight, you know, everything straight, leveled and, you know, correctly, you know, set in terms of straight lines, etc. You know,
it's quite a wide subject.
It is a large subject and it's very technical.
Yes.
And this is the problems we will have with a lot of situations here.
Exactly. So when it comes to the foundation, what I tend to when I've looked at many buildings, is there's a whole load of different reasons why people put steel in their foundation, and different gauges of steel, and the way the steel is tied. Can you just go a little bit more, just a little bit more information? Sometime the way.
With foundation, like I said, the depth of the foundation determines the height that you can build. The pillars, sizes depends the load that you can of the building. You know, same thing. The design of the pillars. For example, if you're going 3 stories, it depends on the type of steel that you will use in the foundation. You may belt it twice, etc. It depends. That's the technical area that you have to know. You know, which I won't go into.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, but so what we are talking about today is something very important.
It's very important for people who here have no idea about building, and a lot of builders here, you know, they are not really technically minded. They didn't go to school for this. You have to be very careful, you know, who you employ to do your building.
And over the years, and many years that you've been here, doing the different projects that you've been doing, putting up the different buildings that you've put up over the years, you've learned that the way they build in other countries is quite different, and you've got to understand the processes and the way the weight loads across and equipment that is used in the foundation to end up with a good building.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, here again, there's a different foundation for a bungalow. There's a different foundation for say, a 1-story building, 2-story building, a 3-story building. You know, you have to have the right person to do that.
I've seen foundations that in rainy season, you see the water or the ground in the buildings actually start getting a bit damp, you know. So and I've seen quite a few different things in as far as termites, constant problem with termites, and all these kind of things. So, do you think this subject is a very important subject? Do you think talking about foundation is vital? You know. Do you think that once you got the foundation, do you think you can go and just change it after the building's up?
Well,
can you change it around? Is it easy to change around?
Once you've done the foundation, you've done the foundation. You just can't change the foundation around. You know, once you've done it, you would have to build around it. You know, you'd have to build new foundation around the building, and and it's like building the foundation again.
Yes.
Because, the mistake is done, so there's nothing you can do apart from demolish it and start again. That's one way of doing it. Somebody else might be able to sort of fiddle it, but then, that's not correct. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Foundations, the materials that you use in a foundation, the type of steel, there's different grades of steel here. We're talking in terms of high tensile strength, sizes. All this is vitally important for, for somebody who's building up their property. They should employ the right person who would be able to give them the correct work.
Okay. Yes.
When I say correct work, they have to go to.
So this is why we have the investment club. What is the reason of having the investment club and be able that we can provide these services through yourself?